Hi, I'm Kristin. You may have noticed the world's becoming more ridiculous with each passing day. Come with me as we explore these wild and confounding times, from culture to media to politics to world affairs and more. I'll explain it all. Welcome to episode 2 of Kristin Explains It All. Today, our big question is going to be, why does Biden's health matter more than ever? Love or hate Trump, he brought something to the presidency that it's very hard to combat him because Trump will just swing right back and hit you in the face. Biden couldn't be more opposite. He just seems lifeless. At this point, he's just getting mocked by other countries. Just this week, 2 of our biggest threats literally just mocked him. Putin challenged him to a debate, knowing good and well that Joe Biden couldn't debate the man. He can't. We know this. Joe Biden can't even talk to us for 5 minutes without making up a huge blunder or gaffe. Putin did this just to make fun of the guy. And then there's the clip where he said, I wish him good health. And he said, I don't mean that ironically or jokingly. He totally meant it that way. Remember the tweet from Trump to Kim Jong-un where he said, I would never call you short and fat, even though people say I call you short and fat, or I'm paraphrasing there. But basically, it was Trump's way of calling him a short, fat little man without having to just say it. And that's exactly what Putin was kind of doing there. It's a lot, folks. I mean, it's embarrassing. Then we had this week, that China, they implied that the U.S. is weak during the administration's first U.S.-China meeting. I think it was Secretary Blinken, I think's the guy's name. I mean, they just rolled all over him at this meeting. China did. It's embarrassing. Biden constantly is just stumbling over his thoughts while he speaks. Now he's stumbling while he's walking. Okay, this is actually something really difficult because I have really started to kind of feel bad for the guy. I kind of always done that because I always felt like even during the I really did not believe that he would be the nominee. I promise you I did not. I was wrong on that. So I will admit that. If you've ever known anyone that was, has dementia or, Alzheimer's, is a horrible disease. I remember my mom was telling me about this woman that I knew really well, and she got Alzheimer's, and she said that one of the things that happens like near the end, I'm not saying Biden's here, but I'm just saying they forget how to swallow. It's so they'll like choke on their food and stuff. I mean, and it's a horrific disease. I don't think anyone can even begin to understand it really unless you've had a loved one. But I mean, from everything I can see, this man is well on his way of a decline. And I know my mom was telling me about, the woman we both know that had it, and, she did pass from the disease, but she said it just, once it starts, it's a downhill, slope. It doesn't, there's not really good days anymore. On Friday, we had to see this video of Biden falling up the stairs, by the way, up. Of course, the White House come out and blamed it on, wait for it, the wind. The wind. I think I saw on Twitter somewhere, someone did check the winds that day, and I think the lowest was like 2 miles an hour, and like the gust was like at 14 miles an hour, which I don't think that would normally blow anyone over, unless you're a frail old man. Let's be honest here, folks. That's not why he fell. How they should have just played this. Didn't he like break his ankle or foot or something right before he was inaugurated because the dog tripped him or something? Maybe the dog and that with their Twitter account, which is, who thought that was a good idea? I don't know. But anyway, blame it on that injury. At least that's believable. Because before I would believe the wind knocked him over, I would believe that the Loch Ness Monster swam across the Atlantic Ocean and he teamed up with his friend Bigfoot and came up there and just like pushed him down. Like, I would believe that before I believe that the wind did it. But, never let a good crisis go to waste. So then we have to throw in climate change, because now climate change is what made Joe Biden fall down 3 times. It's a lot. And what's really, really, really funny about this is, remember when CNN wrote that story? The title was, Is Donald Trump Afraid of Stairs? And it's kind of like that instant karma working, because they wrote such a ridiculous story about Trump being afraid of stairs, and then here they are. Their guy now is falling up the stairs. There are jokes we can make about this, but it's a little bit more serious, and I think that we do need to start taking it a little bit more seriously. So let me explain, why does Biden's health matter more than ever? Not only do we look weak on the world stage, he's a human that's suffering. But my biggest reason is Kamala Harris. Every time I think about his health, all I just think about is President Harris. Well, he's already calling her President Harris, if you saw that clip this week. When she peaked during the primaries, she peaked at 14% and won 0 delegates. And she's the one that's going to be running this country very soon, I believe, sooner than what we think. And this should terrify us. Let's just go through a few of her issues that are going to be a big problem. She has an F rating from the NRA on gun rights. She would love to take away guns. She wants the Electoral College gone. She has a 100% rating by abortion right groups. She wants to take guns, but she loves killing babies. It makes no sense. She wants to expand absentee voting. She supports the Green New Deal, which we all know how much of an insane document that is. She wants single-payer health care. She wants to cancel student loan debt. If Harris gets in the presidency, her radical and progressive agenda, there may be no turning back from this. And that's what we should be really thinking about while we're watching Biden fall up the stairs 3 times. And maybe this was always their plan. And I make this joke, but I'm kind of not joking. I believe Susan Rice is running the presidency right now. Obama's helping, because I don't think Joe has any clue what's going on, which I think will be interesting, because let's just say Biden gets out. I wonder what the relationship is between Susan Rice and Kamala. I don't know anything about it, but I would have a feeling that 2 women like that probably bump heads at times. I think we should all pray for Biden's health. Obviously, we're going to still make jokes. It just is what it is. But this is a bigger deal, guys. And we need to really start thinking about how we're going to combat it. And, winning, local and state elections. We're going to need all the support and all the votes we can to make sure that this doesn't happen. And so we must get ready for 2022. It needs to be like the midterms during the Obama administration. I mean, we need to take it all back. Even worst case scenario, Kamala does become president. She can't do anything. If you haven't subscribed yet to the YouTube channel, there's the button down below. You can also find me on Twitter. My DMs are open. If you have any topic that you want me to talk about and like to hear my thoughts on, please just let me know. I will see you guys next time.